Alright, so here I am back in the garage of our 2021 Thor Outlaw, and I'm working on the HappiJac bench system today. And you know, the whole bench that lifts up, you hold these either flat against the wall like that, or remove the pins and adjust the brackets up so they're folded out. You can lift this up, release the pins in each corner on this bed frame right here, and then lower everything back down. Even the benches are going to be lowering down with that. My goal is to detach the benches and brackets from the HappiJac motorized system and have a separate desk here and a separate just folding bench here. And then this you can just activate with a button after you remove the pins. So first step is I'm going to go ahead and remove these benches right here, because what I want to do is use, instead of having on one side it's going to be a 24-inch wide desk, on this side I want it to be a fold-out bench, but I don't want the bench to be this deep coming out. I want it to be this deep coming out, like that. See that? And then I'm going to use the backrest from there for the bench part right here. So it's going to be a smaller bench. That's my goal, that's my idea. So I'm going to go ahead and start unbolting this. Normally you could just take these bolts out here on each side and pull the whole thing out if you had two people, but I'm going to unbolt the backs and the seat bottoms first, carry them out, and then I'll remove these brackets. Now if you're seeing this video now, this idea probably worked. Stay tuned. Now I got both benches off. Let me go ahead and remove these brackets from the HappiJac lift rail system. Should be just this top screw, which looks like a Phillips screw. Okay, and that removes. Goes in and it catches when it goes down, so you just kind of push this up and then you can pull it off. After that screw traps it down into the bracket on the HappiJac. Yep. Okay, here we are, clean rails, no brackets. Now these are the actual bracket pieces that are inside of the rail. I kept those in there, and those will go up and lift this bed and carry it down all four corners here. So this is where our table or our bench brackets were in, right here. Same thing on this side. Now I've got this at a height, I don't know, it's about 46 inches high, the bed frame. So now I can reach up here, I can store things up here. I might get some shallow tubs that are long maybe like, I'm thinking like for Christmas paper rolls, tubs like that I can fit in here and I can slide back and forth to reach things out of for storage. And if we do our button right here, pressing our button right here for the bed lift, everything's working as should. So we're good. All right, guys, so this idea, it was a great idea, I thought, but it's just not going to work because it's going to stick out too far away from the garage wall and the Outlaw. I mean, I might as well use the wide bottom, because once you open this up, that's pretty much, you're getting to be about that size. So I'm going to go ahead and unbolt the folding brackets, and we're just going to take one of these bases and attach it to my hinge that folds up against the wall, and we're just going to use that hinge. And then I'm probably going to take a back and connect that to the back of the wall and fix that permanently to the back of the wall. That won't fold, it will just be affixed permanently, and you could remove it if you wanted to. But I'm going to go ahead and get this prepared, the bottom, so that we can attach it with our, I call it like convertible brackets or wall foldable brackets. All right, you'll have to excuse the noise out here. My neighbor's getting a new roof on. As you can see, they're putting a new roof on, and I got the RV right out here in the driveway, so we're gonna hear some of that. But anyway, I got my, used to be seat back, now it's gonna be a seat bottom, and these are my foldable hinges I was telling you about. They're halfway unfolded right now, but I'm making my marks. I'm centering up right here with the HappiJac rails, and I had to make, you know, a little mark in there because this is where a aluminum frame is underneath this cover here, so I need a hole to be there, and I've already got a hole here. I might have to enlarge it. I'll have to check my bolts. So it's going to go into, I believe I'm going to use the self-tapping screws that we have after I drill the holes. And I got this one marked here. That's where my aluminum framing is. And it's like level with the back here where the aluminum is. This is cushion and this is the aluminum part right here. So we'll do that next. All right, now we got both of our folding brackets mounted to our new seat bottom. So the zipper is going to be up against the wall. The zipper and tag here. So as you can see, when we mount the bracket to our HappiJac rail system, it's going to be like this. And then it's going to fold down this way up against the wall. It'll fold down like this. And it's got a nice little release right here on the brackets that you can reach under, just press with your fingers, and that's going to release it in order to have these fold up against the wall, and this will be folded down like that. So if you're wondering, hey Todd, how are you going to mount these brackets to the HappiJac system without interfering with the chain drive in here? Stay tuned. I'm going to show you what idea I came up with. This is nothing I've seen on the internet before. Not even sure if it's going to work, but let's see if it does. All right, we're back. Now, my idea on how to attach these brackets, these foldable brackets, which I'm going to use for this bench here. This was just like a bonus for me. I'm going to see if this works. It's going to be kind of like little bit of heavy weight with somebody sitting on it, but we're going to make sure that we use that fold down center support that comes with the bench, because we'll definitely need that to supplement these foldable brackets. And I want to do this idea also with the other side, which is going to be a fold up table, desktop workstation over here. So here's what I got. It's kind of like a puck system I've kind of invented for this HappiJac. I'll show you how it works. All right, so this is my puck system idea, consisting of some really wide washers, and I think it's a 3/8 inch bolt with a bolt head, and I also have some rubber washer inserts on each side of this HappiJac system right here to give it, like, say, some rubber on the road. And that only fell out because, see, this is bigger on this side. That's okay, because this bracket is going to go in between this washer and the nut. This washer and the nut, that bracket will be there. And if I need another washer, I've got another washer I can put behind the nut. But I think the bracket is going to be good enough to where we don't need a washer. It depends. If the washer will fit in here, we'll use it. It doesn't look like it's going to fit, so we're just going to use the nut inside of here. Now here's all the components. You can tell I got them from Home Depot. So I've got the 3/8 inch bolt, and let me show you how this works. All right, so you're going to have the bolt on the inside, and it's going to be in between the chains, so the chains are not going to hit the bolt head. And then we're going to have a small washer, and the small washer is only because these big fat wide washers, I couldn't find a smaller diameter inside hole, so that will go in like that. So that's the first part. And I got these rubber washers. Now I couldn't find, they do make the bigger hole, but I wanted these to come in sooner, so I got a smaller hole. But you can still push these on over the bolt threads, and that's going to be, so to speak, where the rubber meets the road here on the HappiJac channel to give it some grip when this tightens up. And then you're going to have the HappiJac channel after that washer, and then you're going to have another rubber washer on the outside of the HappiJac channel that we can push on there. Another rubber washer. And then we got another wide washer like that, so the HappiJac channel is going in between the two rubber washers there. And then of course we can add a washer like that if we had to, and then the final nut there. And then see, our bracket is going to be right on the outside here. So all this is going to tighten up and sandwich together to the HappiJac with an upper and lower, and an upper and lower there. So with all four of them gripped tight and we're going to level it off at the same height, this should hold the back hinge to the wall, or to the HappiJac, in place. So let me get started with doing that. I might have to drill the holes out. It looks like I will on the foldable brackets here to fit this 3/8 inch bolt. Let me see. Yeah, because the holes aren't big enough. So I'll have to drill them out to fit the 3/8 inch bolt. These brackets are heavy duty stainless steel, so I bought them for that purpose, for being heavy duty. So it's going to be, ouch, hot. It's going to be a little bit tough to drill these holes. So you might have to make sure you have a nice hardened steel drill bit that will be capable of going through stainless steel. These are, but they're kind of used, so they take a little bit longer than normal. So I'm going to do 2 holes here. I got one, I need one more there, and then same with the other side. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start the setup here. I already got one in. I'm going to go ahead and put the second one in, and then attach the bracket on this side. So I got a washer and bolt here. And I got the big washer. I have to get the big washer in first. That. rubber washer has to go on, and then put it on the inside there. Inside of the track. Next rubber washer goes on this goes on the outside of the track. It'll kind of hold itself there. Then a big rubber washer. And then our nut. Now, pick our bracket. I drilled the bigger holes right here. We're going to mount it there. And that was my idea. That's how I imagine it. So let me go ahead and tighten this up. I'm gonna first get it about 16 inches above, and as you can see, it's got a lever. Let me show you how these work. So it's got this lever here. That lever, push in, and then it folds down up against the wall. Pull it back up. Locks into place. So let me measure this, and about 16 inches, maybe a little higher, 16 and a half, maybe 17. I did find out how to adjust this. This support has many holes in it all the way up, so I've already lifted it up one hole. So what I'm going to do is, I guess, put this up and measure from here to here. And that's what I'll measure from the floor to the bottom of the bench here. And then I'll tighten it. got the top bolt. And the bottom, I'm not sure if it's just going to spin. I'll have to get something in there. Maybe a longer wrench, or do the bottom one. Might have to do the bottom one first. So we'll see if I have to do the bottom one first, or if I'll be able to get it. It's pretty tight right now. If I can get something in there to hold the back of that, if I can get something in there to hold the back of that bolt, like I did up top here, that would be the best way to do it. Now I got this cover on here at the bottom. I could maybe take that off. I'm not sure if it's going to give me access or not, but I don't know. Let me see if this. All right, this is not easy. If I had a longer, skinny 9/16 inch wrench, it might help. But I've got a little gap in here. I'm gonna try. This is some really, it's kind of stiff picture hanging wire. Try to bend it into like a little hook assistance for me. Put the wrench in there. I almost see it touching that. Actually, it is touching that right now. Oh, I turned off of it. If I could just pry that to hold it from spinning, which I think I'm doing now. Yep. Whoop, spun a little bit there. Now it's holding it. It's holding it. Up, spun a little bit. Spinning a little. I think I got it tight enough, guys. This one's very tight. So, that might be tricky for you, but I think I got it. Now, I think one thing I would have done differently is maybe put some lock washers on here. So, driving down the road, these don't vibrate and loosen up. I don't think they will, but I'm going to try them on that side just to be safe. And when I do the desk on the other side, I'll use lock washers in there, definitely. And then if it happens to loosen up here, which I don't think it will, then I'll just have to come back and insert some lock washers. Or nuts with nylon on them would have been probably better too. All right, let me get the other side done. All right, both brackets hung. Seem nice and solid. I adjusted this for about 16.5 inches, which these are about 16 and almost 3/4 inches was the lowest I could get them. We'll see if we're close enough and see if my vision works as I imagined it. And yeah, I mean, once you put weight on that, you've got support right there in the middle to help support your brackets. So it's my bench idea. Let me get it screwed in from the bottom and then see how, make sure the whole thing works, folds down and folds back up. And then we'll work on probably the seat back and see if we can incorporate a way to put the seat back here and mount it. Let me see. put them in loosely until I get them all started, so I know they're all lined up. All right, I got it in. Seems to be working. I'm a little bit nervous on the ends where the brackets are, but we do have our center bracket or our center support down here. And let's see if it folds down. First, our center support, we're going to have to swing it up. Release the brackets here. And there we go. Now, the cushion's a little bit fatter on the front edge, so it's not going to be totally flat, but I can deal with that. The golf cart will still fit in here and other stuff. Clips right back up into place, but we got to remember to always put the center support stand down. Guys, I like it. So it's a little bit of work, but you only have to do it one time, and then now look at all this room you got. Now I'm going to see about installing the back part of it. I might do that in a later video because I'm going to wait till after I mount. I'm waiting for the desktop to go here, and I still have to go get some more hardware if I want to mount that back up to here. So I figure I'll do the same thing, attaching it to the HappiJac tracks there. And then I've got like a little a cleat that I can mount to the back, and it can hook onto the cleats there. And if you ever want to take it off, you can just uncleat it and put it somewhere else. But I think I would leave it there and then just pull this up and already have a back in place. So here we go, the new HappiJac bench that I created for a customized garage space back here. Pull that up, clips into place, release and lower the center stand, clip that into place, and now you've got a quick bench to sit on back here. And it's great, so you don't have to have extra chairs back here. I'll have the worktop that I want to do in a future video. We'll have that right in front of us on the other wall, HappiJac system wall. And that will be a fold-up desk as well. It'll work similar to this bench. And so stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. I'll leave all the links to the hardware. Mostly I found it at Home Depot. I'll see if I can find the same sizes for you to where if you want to order it through Amazon links, I'll leave all that stuff down below. You will have to order, of course, the folding wall brackets from Amazon. I'll leave those links down below. All right, guys, I know you're all wondering, Todd, that looks very nice. It looks like a very useful thing to have, but does the HappiJac bed still come down motorized on the HappiJac system now that you've tied these brackets into the HappiJac track? Quite honestly, I'd like to know that too. So let's find out. I'm going to remove the pins first. And by the way, I hate this pin system. I'm trying to find out a solution of how to make some kind of quick locks for those so that we don't need this pin system. Okay, let's test it out. Guys, it's working. I don't hear any noise or interference from where I bolted the bench brackets into. And this is where I plan to use this platform for extra storage when we're traveling, because we don't really need an extra bed. I could stop in anywhere I want to reach up in here to grab some belongings or stuff I stored away. and I've moved the holding brackets a little bit lower, right there. So I'm still coming down, but I took the brackets off of here, so that can still move freely until it bottoms out. So now I can reach my storage items and everything up here. If I got my office desk over there, a little bench right here, I don't have to really pack, you know, put those down. I can just lower this, grab some items I need, extra clothes, extra kitchen dishes or anything like that, maybe pantry items I can store up here. So let's go ahead and take it back up. Here we go. Oh, I'm so happy that I was able to tie into the track, because I really couldn't find any studs through here. I'm sure I could, but it's just a lot easier. I mean, these were made to tie into the track, although they were meant to move up and down with the track. I like that it's still part of the track system, and that track system is bolted up there sturdy, so it shouldn't have any issues. And we're all the way up. And let's see how this just folds away. Fold up our supporting bracket. Click our levers here. Nice. Nice. Hey guys, thank you for tuning in to another one of my videos, and I'll see you on the next one.